Hello students, I am Prajakta Kulkarni, lecturer, Department of English, KLS Gopte PU College of Commerce and Science. So my dear students, in my last class, we understood the short story Two Deer written by Leo Tolstoy. Hope you have again read the lesson thoroughly. In today's class, let us see what would be the likely questions on this topic and how much weightage each question carries. Also, let us try to write answers to these questions. Here are questions from the text followed by some key sentences and guidelines to write the answers. Students, I suggest you to write down these answers in your English notebook for your future reference. So we start with comprehension 2. In this section, you will get each question of 4 marks. Question number 1. Though gambling is a dirty business, why does the King of Monaco resort to it? Resort means continue as it is. Monaco was a tiny kingdom with only about 7,000 people in it. The prince had a palace, courtiers, ministers, and an army of 60 men. The prince managed the expenses of the kingdom by collecting taxes from the people on commodities like tobacco, wine, and also a poll tax. The revenue so collected was inadequate. Inadequate means insufficient. The revenue so collected was inadequate. So, he permitted a gaming house to function in his kingdom. Since it was the only gaming house in the continent, it fetched enough revenue for Monaco. So, the Prince of Monaco resorted to it, although he knew that gaming was a dirty business. Question number 2. Why did the King of Monaco keep changing his mind in dealing with the criminal? The initial judgment was to have the criminal's head cut off. However, this punishment could not be fulfilled because of the absence of a guillotine and an executioner. To borrow or purchase these materials, it would cost expenses. But they thought that the criminal was not worth those expenses. The ministers discussed over the matter, and it was suggested that one of the soldiers could do it, but no soldier was willing to do it. Then the ministers suggested to change the death sentence into a life imprisonment. A small place was chosen with a guard outside. Food for both of them, both means the guard and the criminal. Food for both of them was fetched from the palace kitchen. This continued for a year. Now the prince noticed that the expenditure on all this was more than 600 francs. Again, the matter was discussed to decide a cheaper way of dealing with the criminal. The guard was dismissed, hoping that the criminal would run away. But the criminal did not run away. Now, all these above circumstances made the prince to change his mind every now and then in dealing with the criminal, because his main concern was to reduce the expenses, as money was too dear for him. Question number 3. Why was the criminal reluctant to go out of the prison? Reluctant means not ready, refused. When the guard was dismissed, the criminal was expected to run away from the prison, and so everyone waited curiously for this. On the other hand, the criminal showed no signs of running away. Instead, he went to the palace kitchen, brought his food, returned to the prison, shut the door himself, and stayed there calmly. Later, he was also told that the prince would not mind if he ran away. But the criminal refused and said to them that he would not go anywhere, as his character had been ruined and people would turn their backs on him. The society would not accept him. Moreover, he had forgotten the habit of working, and if he ran away, he would be forced to work to earn his living. Giving these above reasons, the criminal refused to run away from the prison. Question number 4. How did the criminal lead his life after his release? The criminal was not executed because the punishment was too expensive for the royal treasury of Monaco. Hence, they found out different methods of getting the criminal executed, but each time it would cost them expenses. So finally, they found out a remedy, and that was to give the criminal a pension of 600 francs and let him go. 1/3 of his annuity was given in advance to him. Taking this amount, he travelled to another country just across the borders of Monaco. There, he bought a piece of land and started market gardening. He visited the gambling tables. He sometimes won and sometimes lost. Thereafter, in this way, he lived comfortably and peacefully. Now we come to another important section of questions, comprehension 3, which carry 6 marks each question. Question number 1. You can't earn stone palaces by honest labor. Justify with reference to the story. The little German sovereigns used to keep gaming houses, but later they were forbidden to do so. This was because the gaming houses did much harm to the people. Some of them even ended up their lives. However, when the same suggestion came to Monaco, the prince went by the proverb, "You can't earn stone palaces by honest labor." In other words, he meant to say that it would not earn revenue for the kingdom. It was this source from where a large amount of money could be collected. That was the reason the prince permitted this game in his kingdom, in order to bear all the expenses of the kingdom that kept up his stone palace and royal lifestyles. Question number 2. Though the trial and imprisonment of the criminal is depicted in a comic mode in this story, it does give rise to serious questions. What are they? Yes, there arise a few questions like, does the criminal deserve death sentence? Could he be given imprisonment just for a limited period of time? Could the criminal be put in such an environment so that he could reform his thoughts? Instead of condemning him, can't he be changed to become a useful person? Question number 3. Were there other ways of dealing with the criminal? Discuss in the light of the story. Light of the story means in reference to the story. Yes, there could have been other ways of dealing with the criminal. Like, he would have been imprisoned for a limited period of time, or the prince would have made him work in the palace or in the kitchen or in the garden or made him to look after the horses. So any kind of physical work would have been extracted from him in the form of punishment. Or instead of arranging to cut off his head, they would have hanged him, or they would have sent him to a reform center. But in reference to the story that we have read, the way in which the criminal was dealt with actually turned out to be the best. He was given a palace, he was given a place comfortable enough to stay, food from the palace, and a guard to keep him safe. In the end, he got his freedom and an initial capital to buy a land, build a house, and start a business. The manner in which the criminal responded to the good treatment given to him shows that he was harmless. So much harmless that we wonder whether he had even committed a crime at all. The murder that he had committed could have even been an accident. Okay, whatever it was, the criminal was wise enough to make the best use of the punishment that was given to him. He was shrewd enough to bring his arguments in front of the prince, which in turn compelled the prince to have mercy on him. Thus, the story tells us that peace-loving people can change even a criminal into a peace-loving person. Here is another important section of questions, objective type, that is 1 mark questions. Students, for this 1 mark questions, you need to answer these questions in a word or a phrase or a sentence. Let us have a look at some 1 mark questions. Why was Monaco called a toy kingdom? Name the commodities taxed in Monaco. What was the source of the special revenue in Monaco? Who were its beneficiaries? Why did the Germans stop gaming houses in their countries, and how did it benefit Monaco? What was the punishment given to the murderer? How much did the prince spend annually on the criminal? On what condition did the criminal agree to go away from the prison? How was his demand fulfilled? Students, sometimes in 1 mark question, you get a multiple choice question also. Like you have a sentence given with 3 options. See, here is an example. Question number 8. The death sentence was converted into life imprisonment because option A, Monaco had abolished death penalty. Option B, carrying out death sentence was expensive. Option C, Monaco wanted to show mercy on the criminal. Now read the lesson thoroughly once again and find out answers to all the objective type 1 to 8 questions and write those answers in your notebooks. Okay, that's all. I hope you will get all the 1 mark answers. All the best. Thank you.